white instead of black. But Caucasians still talk shit behind my back. Would I jack, pack a pistol, or ever sell crack? Attack an enemy, or walk laps around the track? How would I act if one time cut me extra slack? Would I still blow my dough or be disciplined and stack? I wonder, what type of roof would I live under? My moms and pops together or my family asunder? Most likely, be close to the ones that's most likely. Spiky flat tops that dislike Spike Lee. The fact of the matter, the blacker the batter. The fatter the penis with that yak in the bladder. Would I be humble or still wild and ready to rumble? Crumble chronic and guzzle yak till I stumble. If an if was a fifth, I could knock it down swift. And that ain't an if or a myth. But what if, what if? What if Pops would've never copped that house for sale, and instead bought one with a Damu's dwell? I can tell, I just know myself too well. I be still banged out, giving keyways hell. When I fail with the big homies coming post bail. And Michelle, will she still be in the Norvell or my mail? Would I still prevail in them shootouts and love to smell the discharged shells? I bet I'd still be a ride on the set. Squabbing, can't stand to see the homies on the wet. Whacked out, looped up so much he black out. Would I ride in a county jail ride or tracked out? Hit the blood module or walk the main line? Claim mine with tattoos, throwing up gang signs. What if Pac would've never fell in love with a Glock? Would we still had these thugs that bang from no block? What if? What if Eve would've never been deceived? Would we still rob and kill, fornicate and thieve? I believe it'd be perfect with no purpose to grieve. Some say that I'm a dreamer and a little bit naive. What if I didn't have such a gorgeous gift? Would I have to lift boxes on the graveyard shift? Would the war be so wicked with war? Would niggas get to hang that couldn't kick it before? Would Bin Laden had a been rotten? Still hot and plotting, Armageddon on this modern day sodden? Not in a million years could we predict the pleasure if a man didn't think with his dick. Perhaps we'd be living in a world without straps, claps and kidnaps, no gangster raps. And that's the only thing that make me think twice about if being switched, cause I do it so nice. What if? Nigga don't control none of this shit. That's what if though. I've been through a few storms, but I always knew Emmanuel would see me through. He always do. It get more hard to cry every day go by. I ain't gon' lie, that's why I stay so high. I'm an artist, working at perfecting his pictures, drinking liquor when I should be searching the scriptures. I keep a lone chrome. I ain't trying to get my dome blown while I get my dome blown. I was homegrown. Mama may have and Papa may got, but I'm a man, I can't just stay at they spot. You sitting on your ass, saying you wishing you had it. I'm at my kid's school paying tuition. They say it take a village to raise them from a knee high, but drop them off and let them go live with Eli. Put food on the table, I ain't looking for help. I can bring home the bacon and cook it myself.
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone.
On top of all the worries that she already carried, Mom's had me by a man that was already married. That's the circumstances into which I fell. Father Abraham ain't lived with Ishmael. Keep my balance through the troubles I challenge. Such a faithful steward, always gotta double my talents. That's why I go so hard to see my whole 9 yards. Lost time, the LOC did more than 4 behind bars. I said it, I did it. I'm breaded, I get it, I'm with it. I'm a prophet, they just scared to admit it. I was born alone to die alone. I get high alone, and ain't nothing like your own when you buy a home. Rolling Stone might see me in Miami. No Grammy, but I'm eating and feeding my family. Made a mess. Seen so many die for less, you call it luck. Why can't it just be I'm blessed?
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone.
Can God bless a young nigga when he's obsessed with making money and murder in the process? I confess I'm dirty and dishonest. Listen to my flesh and ignore my conscience. The way I was raised ain't nothing like I am these days. 10 years ago they said I was going through a phase, but amazed a nigga ain't changed his ways. I still smokes and drinks and thinks that crime pays. The lust of the flesh got me brushing with death. I hustle too much to ever suffer the stress of being broke. I'm banged out. Fuck trying to hang out, slang out the back door. I smoking my brains out, accustomed to busting. Put trust into nothing but dollars and cents with dishonest attempts to make more and take more. Make no mistakes though, I'm sick in the head and I lick for the bread.
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown, God bless the child. Back in Boldy zone.
Getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
Good days, and there was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. When I look around and see what you've done for me, I say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Loc. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Loc.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
My nigga is Spider Loc. Spider Loc, nigga.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc, that's my nigga.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Loc, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Loc, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loc is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
I can't think without a whole zone. It's almost gone, but don't think about the old zone. I ain't ate all day, but I'm so blown. Tell the DJ to throw on a slow song. My life is what the po-po press for. South Central is so stressful. In the city of the bombest herbs. The only way the Loc know the calmest nerves. Females say I'm a conceited, nothing, no good. Only call when in need of something. It's a thin line between the love and the lust. Should never have young cuz in the cuffs. Gotta be cool with them first advances. Working in these uncertain circumstances. Fake ballin' had you broke with a buzz. Pump your brakes, come smoke one with us. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us.
Come on.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us. I get high as the heights that I'm reaching to. Put a few in the air for Big Meech and Blue. Grind hard through the middle of the night. Shit, I might see a little of the light. I never sleep, barely get some rest. I swallow my blood before I hit some stress. Roscoe's on the east, a hit to west for jacks. Pockets fat, I just hit for racks. Yeah, that's where I can get some clothes at too. It's already 1 and it closed at 2. Fast lane, ballin' out, racing the range. Gangbanger, all about chasing the change. I'm icy, judge and the jury. Ain't trying to see the judge and the jury. Eastie, represent the E&S, but I still Baymac like BMF. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all.
Come smoke one with us. Listen, come smoke. Hey, look. Get money every day like it's no thing. Buy a zone of that cushion, smoke the whole thing. Rolled up deuces, carry 4-5. Off a half a gram of kush, but we so high. South Central where they murder with no alibi. Do walk-ups and don't respect drive-bys. We some young killers, still some fly guys. Neighborhood near Bustle and SPI. Rich roller coaster cribbing, that's our lifestyle. And that explains why my neck and wrist iced out. Smoke big blunts, ride luxury. A nigga beat his bitch up cause she was fucking me. And then I beat the pussy up and told her it'll be alright, just tell me every time he mention me. Yeah, and that's just how it's meant to be. It's an in-hood thing, Slauson after century.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come on. Come smoke one with us.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
We can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with cuz. Come smoke one with cuz on my mama. When I came with the color scheme, I thought the bottom half of this hoodie was gonna be way more visible. But as it turns out, it's not. But it need me a hard chair on my mama. BOWDLERIZE. But it is what it is. And if it ain't nothing else, it sure was a blessing to meet here this morning and blow us a session. See how that little ritual developed all on its own, as far as the my little intro. That's crazy. Never planned on doing it like that all the time. BOWDLERIZE, literature to expurgate. Expurgate is something such as a book by omitting or modifying parts considered vulgar, modified by abridging, simplifying, or distorting in style or content. BOWDLERIZE. It seems as if the average artist attempts to bowdlerize history in order to cause their story to sound more appealing to themselves and to others. I think that's a good way to use that word in context. I don't know. Good looking Megalicious. I appreciate everybody that lit the screen up too so early. From my understanding, that unemployment lick finna be up like this week, next week, toward the end of this month. Those that was on unemployment since, what was it, like March, April, when they started cracking, that was a cool lick. I know some people I done seen ball out and spin fast and do their thing. I know some people I done seen stacking too, and they got a few dollars. I know the wisest thing for anyone, especially for those, now for those that who are actually replacing an income, is one thing. You are already on a pattern or a system of spending, and you most definitely felt fortunate to have them funds replace the ones that were taken from you, and you got to utilize them in the way that you would to keep things going. But those of us, or y'all that didn't have no income coming and somehow was able to tap in, if you ain't been stacking, you been slacking. Because when it's gone, you're going to wish it was still cracking. But that's what I was speaking on the other day. For a lot of people in our circle, in our environment, the whole economy being in a downswing was kind of like opposite for those at the bottom, because of perhaps the economy being at a downswing overall. They provided stimulation, and that stimulation perhaps didn't get things back on track, but just the fact that there was stimulation provided to the economy at all means those that didn't have anything, the fact that everybody got something, just about those that didn't have anything have something now. And if you've been surviving off of basically nothing, this wasn't the time to get that and go have a bunch of fun and buy up a gang of stuff. When the first time they opened the Slaughter Swap meet back up after the quarantine, it should never have been that long a line outside anticipating the opening. But it was. So if that's what you did, that's what you did. But those that stayed in the cut and just let that number stack up, it's a lot of people in our environment who ain't never had no double-digit bands, who had an opportunity to have some double digits. You should still have double digits on my mama. It ain't enough clothes, weed, drink, fun, cars, jewelry, or nothing else. Thank you for that cash out, Haitian Queen. Ain't enough of none of that for you to have off everything you was touching. If it wasn't on rent, bills, and things that actually matter, you blew an opportunity. Oh, my mama. Could have tucked that tight and did what was right and still been on some change at the end of the night. But instead, you probably scratching your head thinking, damn, where my bread?
Black Box Productions.
RJ on the beat.
But it matter in my city. This is matter in my city. Matter in my city. Turn to the news and they got that boy slipping. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah. Gotta watch who you hang with. Hadn't been around the block, they on that same shit. Yeah. Duck low, can't change it. Gotta figure this out, I gotta make it. And if they try to take it, it's yellow tape. I refuse to let them have what's on my plate. Watch out for my bro, that's my babe. Test him, then it's shots to the face. On the block, everybody need the hot. To the truth, they ain't really hot as me though. Yeah, I got the treasure, yeah, it's all on me. Got them looking for it, finding Nemo. Shots, everybody get on the ground. That nigga got hit with it, yeah, make a sound. Remember when they killed Dennis, he was only 7. Yeah, my young boy, he is in there. Turn to the news and they got that boy slipping. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah.
Usually the crew won't move through the eulogy. You'll be plotting, popping, you a G. Who shooting, who driving, you and me. EC, keep that between you and me. That was folks, not least 2 or 3. Streets talk, just watch, you will see. On the set, never charge you a fee. And unless you agree, you a ye. Never been scared, never been phony. Air enemy in the area know me. Everywhere I go, I carry it on me. Cemetery ceremony, buried at home. Blue chucks, obituary struck up. Hope the preacher hurry up and shut the fuck up. View the murder victim, single file line. Violent vengeance, only thing on my mind. Murder.
I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in
digital platforms. Y'all can go tap into that. Did I let me see something. Bam, 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 bam. Let's see here. This caught my attention only for one thing. Oh wow. I already be tripping on cuz like that. But the thing is, somebody sent it to me. Somebody who sent me a lot of things at times, so I at least like checked it out. So I read the little story, and what caught my eye is how this dude decided to take this situation to court. And the way they worded this little write-up, TMZ/Level Up Hip Hop, it made it seem like the courtroom is familiar grounds for Tekuchi, where he know he can score a victory. This is how it came across to me. But when I read it, I felt it funny because I like, yeah, whatever she had going, she probably was being victorious in the seesaw tug of war. But now, he decides he'll have a better chance in court because that's where he won before. So now that's where they going to end up there. He probably had that rainbow hair, stare at the judge, sitting in his chair and lie with that sensitive glare. But it says, Snitch 9 has a plan to reunite with his young daughter once he got the ankle bracelet off, whether his baby mama likes it or not. Sounds tough. The rapper's lawyer, Lance Lazaro, tells TMZ his client is going to be part of 4-year-old Soraya's life one way or another in a couple weeks when he's released from home confinement. He says the simplest way to make that happen is to get a judge involved to hammer out a court-ordered custody arrangement, despite protests from his ex, Sarah Molina. Lance tells us Tekuchi wants to be there for his kid, and that the only reason he hasn't been since getting out of prison was for her own benefit. We're told it wouldn't have been prudent to have Tekuchi visiting Soraya these last few months. You can imagine why. Sarah asked if Tekuchi really wanted a relationship with his kid. There are many ways to do that, and he hasn't to this day. Sarah tells the Snitch 9 wants in again on his daughter's life. He's got to play by her rules. If Snitch 9 wants in again on his daughter's life, he's got to play by her rules and ease back in as she sees fit, not on his timetable. With that in mind, Sarah says she has no problem if his own mother continues seeing the girl, which has gone well thus far. It's interesting because Sarah seems willing to crack the door open for Tekuchi in about 2 weeks, but the way his attorney's talking, it sounds like they're going over her head. Story via TMZ. Now, my mama, no way equating that scenario to any type of snitchuation. But I just find it ironic that based on his most recent escapades in the courtroom, that he finds the battle to be better fought in the courtroom. I think he knows. I think he feels like he knows his way around the courtroom, a judge, a jury, the law, got high power lawyers, because it seemed like she not even contesting, at least just from the little bit of information that was provided, don't seem like she even beefing with him seeing the baby. But for whatever type of communication they are having, it's not to his satisfaction, and he'll prefer to take it in the courtroom. And I'm pretty sure nobody is surprised about that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Cuz probably feel more comfortable in the courtroom than any other room on this planet at this point in his life. The courtroom saved him. Oh, my mama.
Overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
This time around, I ain't moving with a gang of homies. By my lonely, couple bad bitches hanging on me. For sure, sharpshooters on deck though. Will I ever let my foot up off these bitch niggas' neck? No. Blue Bentley getting blunted. Wonder how it come to that. Can't let a rat do me like they done my nigga Thundercat. Baymax, place nothing above my paper. Couple slugs for the haters, but I love my neighbors. Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
On the east, the streets anticipate my new release. Legendary beast, peace to Lil Tootie Reese. 97,000 in a day's work. It hurt to read the paperwork, we from the same turf. Talking super turned up to make things worse. Passed out passes in the past, I take the blame first. Go hard when I'm cleaning up the backyard. Queerdos sound like a queen trying to act hard. I represent the truth, we don't play by the same rules. There is no competition cause I can't lose. Versus vicious, sell them like souvenirs. Blue diamonds in my ear, hella fly,
overlook
boom
my
again.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Look here, the haters act like he don't know me. One man gang, I don't need no homie. On the 7 these days, they don't even see him seldom. Kind of money, who done touch more than me and Melvin? Anybody help him? Hell no, ho. Straight line dollars, they'll dog dough. SBI spot, can't never have it. Eastside legend like A7 Magic. Honcho hustle. Plus he the bomb in the booth, counting coins like Chucky from Swan. How the most easy with the ends gon' bow down. Ballin' clowning like Benzo.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Bay Machiavelli in the black box. Baby activity at its finest. I want to thank Shaniqua and Haitian Queen for the Cash App. I seen that, babies. Okay, Antoine Howard, I just seen you hit the Cash App too. Good looking, my knot. And my boy Andre just lit the screen up with the big bill on my mama. Much love. I appreciate that, Andre. On Goddery. On my mama. It's Friday, y'all. What up, LOC? Married Gang, live from Queens. Hey, I used to know a gang of y'all homies, man. Like, you know me? Shout out to the Merrick Project. All my niggas from Merrick, though. That's really most of the cats when I first was getting down with New York. Most of the cats I used to really click with, run with, be with, was from Merrick. When we went to the streets on downtime, just cause there was nothing else to do with the cats I was with, that's where I went. Oh, my mama. Used to love to go to the Coliseum too. That was my stop, touchdown. Every time I touched NY, I was say less. Yeah, Maserati Fox, rest in peace to my nigga. The Dumb Out Boys, drinking Dumb Out juice. Oh God. I used to like to go to the Coliseum. That reminded me of the swap meet out here. Go to that thing. We used to go to that thing deep. Oh, my mama. Oh, my mama. All the little mixtape spots and all that. There used to be a mob of New York cats with me. Going to the mixtape spots, making sure they put my stuff up on the wall and all that. Oh, my mama. Them was the days. The boy Whack Ho Hunted and caught himself playing Captain Save 'em or whatever on the Nick Cannon situation. You know, Master P made a tweet on the subject, giving his thoughts. Being at that, independent mogul he is, how long he been around, how familiar he is with the insides of the game and the backside of the game. And I ain't gonna quote him. Good looking, simply marvelous, East up. And the boy Wacko Hunted made it his business to get involved and try to attack Master P character. Oh, my mama, just discussing the word ownership became real key. Ownership and Jews were like key terms in they back. Well, I won't say they back and forth. That's the funny part, because that nigga Wacko Hunted, the only cat we see on the internet arguing with himself. The same way he came out the venue talking about, hey, J-Rock just knocked me out with a dolphin. And then the next day, he was on the internet talking about, anybody seen me get knocked out, y'all lying. But the only reason everybody was aware that you had got knocked out is because you announced it. Hey, he put a T.I. tipster move down too. Try to find that video on the internet now. Oh, my mama. It's slowly disappearing. If you can't find it, you gotta be savvy. I know a lot of people got it saved. It's a different time. But yeah, he know the game. He know the game. But he called himself getting on Master P head. And then Master P made a second tweet on the subject, not mentioning no Hunted at all. But of course, Cornball respond again to Master P again, like thanking him for his statement, as if he gonna take a secondary general tweet on the same subject as somehow being directed toward him, just implicating himself in it, just like a female. Oh, my mama. When he like thanking Master P basically for an apology. But if you check out Master P's first tweet and the second tweet, ain't no apology involved in it nowhere. He expressed similar sentiments in the first one that he did in the second one. In the second one, he went a little further into detail on his stance on the subject. But I don't know why Wack No Hunted think somebody care about what he got to say. He talking about, he trying to talk down on Master P's experience based on the involvement of Jews and saying it contradicts his constant claims of ownership. But Wack No Hunted don't never make it obvious that the only reason he's experienced any type of success is because he's very, 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 very extremely close with a Jewish individual, very feminine individual by the name of Allen. Yeah, he don't make no noise of that. And then you already seen he jumped off the porch. Even the front that he put up was, hey, we finna crack now, cause it's Cash Money West. And we know that's the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, man on man, no hesitation situation. So we know where his whole success come from. Being very, very tied in close with these type of men. On my mama. Good looking, simply again, salute. But it's just crazy. I want to salute to Master P. Now, I'm not saying nobody perfect. I don't know nothing about Master P personal life or none of that. But I know Master P has been heavily involved in this game as it has evolved for decades. No big scandals, been quite extremely successful, has caused quite a few others to experience success, and to some degree he has managed to remain relevant throughout the entire experience. He even has NBA notoriety. So I met Master P. I met Master P for one day. And meeting Master P for one day, let me see, I'm gonna just do the math real quick. He gave me some rims that were worth $15,000. Didn't charge me a dime. I only was around them for about an hour. It was 26s. Wasn't no other 26s on the street at this time but my pair. That was 15, then 10, 25, because we ended up hitting the lick with him for the 10, bam. Then sold him for the 5, that was 30. So he basically just blessed me with the 30 bands off top. Real near shit. Oh, about mama. I know the boy No Honey had said something one time trying to prove that he been rich. Andre good looking, fool. Oh, my mama. I see what y'all doing. I love that. I know the boy Whack No Honey tried to say something about, man, I had lowing hearts when I was up there with Suge. I saw my mama, y'all, on God, on my daughter's dead homies, everything I love and live for. When I met Suge, I was in a black Aurora on Lowing Hearts. On my mama, 20-inch Lowing Hearts, the top of the line pair. When I met Suge, guess what? He had a variety of Mercedes Benzes that was all on Lowing Hearts. Here it is, almost 20 years later. No Honey called himself recalling the situation of meeting Suge, and he wanted to stamp his little status as fly with saying he was on Lowing Hearts. You wasn't the only one on Lowing Hearts. On my mama. I only remember your Lowing Hearts, but you better ask somebody, anybody. Big SPI could tell him. My mama, I'm gonna keep it a Google. When I first got to Lowing Hearts, I didn't even know I had Lowing Hearts. I didn't even really know what Lowing Hearts was. East Side business. Me, my nigga Wino, we just went, and did what we do to acquire what we acquired at the time, and came back with some rims. And my brother pulled up, and I was doing my thing, getting them together, and the hood, whoop. He like, cuz, you know what you got? I'm like, yeah, some dubs. Cuz was like, nah, nigga, you got the hardest dubs out right now. Woo. He told me what they was on my mama. I know that's off the subject, but I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. That nigga, Suge was a fool. When I met Suge, guess what? Cuz had like a few Benzes, right? All up to date, top of the line, the big bodies. Cuz used to had a Benz. He was so big, tall, legs so long. Cuz used to have it was the bossiest I seen as far as not doing nothing major, spending no money. He had all his Benzes with no passenger seat in the front, so he could sit on that backside. How they end up making the Maybachs, he probably somehow inspired them to make that, because he used to have that passenger seat took out so he could sit in the back and have all that leg room. Oh, my mama. If you didn't know, you in the black box on the Wake and Bake show with VJ Keyway. They call me VJ Keyway. The V stand for videos. Just right here, 97 Ways. Oh, my mama.
Oh yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits check the closet. Just say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late, tell them run the payment. Executive decisions, check the balance. Time to monetize the talents, I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune, 111 days. Loco for my days, 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
I was able to make it, unable to fake it. Hey, it's crazy how the other day, what was this, Friday right now? So on Wednesday, I happened to speak on how I had made it public that I'm an ex-gang member and have been for decades now. And I was like, spoke on how it's comical to me how I made that statement on a podcast, and certain goofball queerdo clowns caught themselves ridiculing or finding fault or fun or funny. I don't know what they caught themselves doing, but like that was something to be ashamed of or something. And then I spoke on that Wednesday. That's on my mama. Not after I spoke on it, but before I spoke on it, I had seen a headline said something about LA gang member arrested. I didn't pay it no mind. And then after the wake and bake, I got a gang of texts, gang of DMs with that same headline sent to me, and then other texts that don't got no headline just telling me about it. It is one of my homies who from where I used to be from a long time ago, who just recently started making the public circuit, doing a lot of positive things. You know, definitely making an impact on a positive level. Snatched up by the feds, RICO Act. Right after I was explaining y'all where I'm from versus where a lot of these cats is from, on top of just what you see they doing to what they did to the MS-13s, people tell me they on their way to Chicago to get at that situation. We seen what they did to Takuchi and his crew. And I was just in general speaking on the level of the organization I am formally affiliated with when it comes to how them people view organizations. Way more intense would be the interest of the organization that I'm formally affiliated with from long in the past. I was just making that real clear, just in general, with no real evidence, nothing to point to. The homie that they gaffled is somebody who was on some of the same circuits I was on. Just seen him backstage, happy to see him, grab him, salute him, hug him, dap him, you know, because we familiar with one another from another time, another place. So when I happen to encounter you on a more prestigious level, I'd be so proud, and likewise, because, you know, that's the G on me, cuz, so it's like, good to see you. So I was loving what he was up to, but here it is, them people, salute the cuz, though, oh, my mama, and just peep at, as I'm giving y'all the game, as I'm just thinking about it, I'm just analyzing and peeping what they doing, analyzing what I said, analyzing what the queerdo say in response. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I speak on it, put it in perspective on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, the headlines I would say right now, as people affiliated with that organization, Eastie Business, he and I, for the last year at least, have been the most visible individuals that are affiliated with that situation. And y'all seen them making the circus lately. So it's like, dang. And right while I'm speaking on the possibilities and the magnitude of the situation that we dealing with, loved one get like, and all nigga do is sit back, pray, hope for the best. On my mama. Just peep the game and peep how current and peep how the creator in the universe, how recently I was speaking on it And then look how fast some evidence of that being the exact scenario of what and we are up against came into play. And if y'all, you know, he who got a ear, let him hear. Word to the wise is sufficient. Tim T, good looking, Foolie. I appreciate that. Andre, appreciate you, man. I ain't gonna let you just go up with just one thank you. You showed out today. And the other boy showed out on my mama. It's much love. We ain't did this one in a minute, huh?
I go better than the G5 like this. Look. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Like, nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Like, nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like nigga, get your walk on.
SP3 never got a DP. Fuck my PO and the PD. Me and G5 did an EP, whole CD5, active like PE, program, point guard, point game, PG, game point, get pressed on GP, just me, solo on the GT, to CDC, free my TG mainline, never been a PC, THC, no PCP, understand